Russia's renewed targeting of Ukraine's energy infrastructure, specifically focusing on nuclear power plant substations and resulting in widespread power and water outages in Kyiv, marks a dangerous escalation in the conflict and demands rigorous analysis. This isn't merely a continuation of existing tactics, it reflects a calculated shift towards crippling civilian infrastructure with potentially catastrophic consequences. The immediate impact is clear: thousands of Kyiv residents are without power and water, creating a humanitarian crisis within a major European capital. Beyond the immediate discomfort and hardship, the lack of electricity jeopardizes critical services such as healthcare, sanitation, and communication. The reported injury in Kyiv underscores the direct threat to civilian lives. The Ukrainian Air Force's warning of incoming ballistic missiles targeting multiple regions indicates this is a coordinated, nationwide assault on Ukraine's energy grid. To understand the gravity of targeting nuclear power plant substations, consider the historical context. Chernobyl serves as a stark reminder of the potential devastation resulting from nuclear accidents. While not directly targeting the reactor itself, disrupting the power supply to a nuclear facility introduces significant risks. Nuclear power plants require a continuous and stable power supply for cooling systems and safety mechanisms. Losing that power, even temporarily, can trigger emergency protocols and potentially lead to a dangerous escalation of events. Even if backup generators kick in, prolonged disruption adds strain and uncertainty. The background to Russia's strategy lies in its long-standing doctrine of targeting critical infrastructure to weaken enemy morale and disrupt military operations. Throughout the conflict, Russia has repeatedly targeted Ukraine's energy grid, attempting to create conditions of hardship and instability. However, the explicit focus on nuclear power plant substations represents a qualitative shift. It introduces the risk of nuclear incidents, even if unintentional, adding a new layer of complexity and danger to the conflict. The broader geopolitical context is crucial. This escalation comes amidst ongoing debates about Western support for Ukraine and growing concerns about dwindling ammunition supplies. By intensifying attacks on civilian infrastructure, Russia aims to increase pressure on the Ukrainian government and its Western allies, potentially forcing concessions at the negotiating table. Moreover, such tactics serve to undermine public confidence in the Ukrainian government's ability to protect its citizens. This act of aggression has profound implications for international law. Targeting civilian infrastructure, especially facilities related to nuclear safety, constitutes a violation of the laws of war. Russia's actions risk setting a dangerous precedent, potentially encouraging future conflicts to disregard the protection of civilian populations. The international community must unequivocally condemn this behavior and explore all available mechanisms to hold Russia accountable. The consequences of this strategy extend far beyond the immediate humanitarian crisis. It creates an environment of heightened instability and uncertainty in Ukraine. The disruption of energy supplies can cripple the economy, hinder reconstruction efforts, and force mass displacement of populations. Furthermore, the psychological impact of living under the constant threat of attack can be devastating. In conclusion, Russia's targeting of nuclear power plant substations represents a dangerous escalation in the conflict, with potentially catastrophic consequences for Ukraine and the broader region. It is a violation of international law and a calculated attempt to cripple civilian infrastructure and undermine Ukrainian resolve. The international community must respond decisively, condemning Russia's actions and providing Ukraine with the necessary support to protect its citizens and defend its sovereignty. Failure to do so risks emboldening further aggression and undermining the foundations of international security. The focus must shift to bolstering Ukraine's air defenses, providing redundant power solutions, and holding Russia accountable for war crimes. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated.